Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Florida Gators offense is on the field for the first time today. The Sunshine State is so rich in talent. The players have known each other in many cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
And they do not like each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years that I was a part of this rivalry game, there were bench-clearing brawls in the middle of the field before opening kickoff. This game just feels different.
That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Montgomery. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. Offense gets set for second down. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's Bloomberg. Last meeting was a classic as the Gators pulled out a close one.
Guys, it's a rivalry game that gets circled in the offseason, and for Gator fans in Gainesville and across the country, they have been bragging all year long after that win last season.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third down, going up top. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Going up top on 1st down. It's complete. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right now.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Gators will punt this one away. He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Line gets set, 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Now the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Movement here from the tight end. The inside handoff. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Here comes the offense on second down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Montgomery. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. And the Gators decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on second down.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
Quickly out to the tight end. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try to pop the draw. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Gators line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. A fair catch called for and made. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Pulling it, finds his man on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes the offense on second down. Handoff from the gun. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Finds his man down the middle. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. And the Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 10 over Notre Dame.
He'll pull it on the read.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. At the 45 on his way. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a 1st down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback adapted. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Montgomery. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side, 51 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's right on target. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Bloomberg. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to pass on second down. And wings it incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Montgomery. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to go up top on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, gentlemen. Seldom do the rational turn irrational the way they do when these two teams and fan bases get together in the Sunshine Showdown. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles...
Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
comes the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Off play action. Makes his connection. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Run in the red zone, it's Combs. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Steps away. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No.
Lining up to add another. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Akron. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now adjusting. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Noles send out the punt unit. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Quarterback on the keeper. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Florida! They take the lead with the 6. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Now, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. To the air on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because...
Looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Seminoles.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Number 17, set to kick this one.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to loft one high and deep. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. They've got the screen set up. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Caught behind the line. It's Montgomery. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the shotgun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. The Gators are on the move. Trying to find his man on first down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Sometimes you wonder if rivals really don't like each other. This guy sure doesn't like anybody on the other side. He's tackling everybody.
And that's the kind of defender I want. The guys who don't like people. They love collisions. They love to throw their body around. Jesse, he's been all over the field.
And this guy's good week in, week out, right? But in this game, he just seems like he's more dialed in, and he's playing at a different intensity level right now than I think anybody else on the field.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. On third down, he drops to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No fair catches here, looking for room. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Unloads quickly. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Second down coming up. The give out of the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be fourth down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to buy time. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on second and long from the 13. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a third and long. They'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Acker. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Gators will punt it away on fourth down. Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Then the short completion brings up second down. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Line getting set on second down. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Moves around to clear up the vision. At the 35, he's open. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Gators! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Great job by the wide receiver. The windows are so small in this area of the field. You saw him fight through the defender to make that catch on the TD.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Boise State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Bloomberg. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A first down run on the doorstep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And they get him down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got it. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice, because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival. It's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week to start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get you next year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.